Okay, second video. I'm gonna stop calling it like a log because I wouldn't consider it a log at this point. The first one still has no views after 4 months, which I mean is fine, but I mean slightly unexpected. Because I was kind of planning on making the next one once I got at least one. So I mean, it kind of threw off my schedule though. I just kind of forgot about it, not gonna lie. I mean, I did, this is the second one, so I mean, at least I'm back in some sense. But yeah. So this time, since I don't like the whole like keeping a log of everything type deal, I think I'd rather do just kind of a random rants because I feel like that's more appropriate for what I want to do. So this time, I don't know. I had a thought, and I guess I wanted to just talk about it somewhere. It's about like being qualified about stuff. I don't know. I sound stupid saying it out loud, but I don't know. Like I was reading an instruction manual the other day, and it was like I was trying to set up this Wi-Fi thing, this Wi-Fi connector across my house, and I had to Google the instruction manual. And for the instruction manual, like it wasn't that it was complicated, but like the entire instructional instruction manual was written in jargon. And if you don't know what jargon is, it's like basically technical speak. And it's like it was supposed to be for a consumer. It's like I don't understand why you'd have to write an instruction manual in jargon. And that leads to my bigger point about how I so like I feel like you're not really qualified to be talking about something if you can't explain it to somebody in really simple terms. Like that makes sense. Like if you can't get what you're talking about across in a simple way, then you clearly don't understand it well enough. And I see that a lot, like just with people who try to mask their, oh, I know so much about a subject, and then use all these fancy words or a bigger word or a word that only pertains to a certain field to try to hide the fact that they actually don't know what they're talking about. And I mean, I find myself doing that too. I mean, I'm not innocent here. There's definitely times where I would be a victim of that. Um, but like yeah, it's highly frustrating. Um, and I assume other people have experienced that too. Like I'm not, this isn't some revelation that oh my God, I'm crazy. I can't believe I'm so smart to figure this out. Like probably many of other people have figured this out, but it's just something that particularly bothers me because it's like why it's almost like gatekeeping in a sense. It's like gatekeeping ideas. It's like, well, I'm just going to talk and use words in a way that you're not accustomed to in order to throw you off, even though the concepts might be super simple. Like, it's like conceptually they're not really that hard, but the second you start throwing in a bunch of words that people don't know about, then all of a sudden it's like, uh-oh, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. It just annoys me a lot. And that's what inspired me to make a second YouTube video. Weirdly enough. I don't know. I mean, it's been 4 months. You'd think that I would have come back sooner, especially with all the stuff that I want to talk about. But yeah, I don't know. It's just annoying. It is because I don't know, like especially like in my school life at least, there's teachers who like to do that, and there's also students too of like these people who they think that they're smart. And it's not that they're not necessarily smart, but like they think that they know better than other people, and they hide the fact that they don't by using. And like, luckily, I'm fairly well rounded, so a lot of times the jargon doesn't throw me off. Like a lot of times I can see through the bullshit, luckily. But I feel bad for other people who like because I've seen other people in arguments with these certain people that I've seen in my life that can't really defend themselves because they just use these like because they use words in a way of, I mean, the pen is mightier than the sword, I guess. I mean, yeah, they use words in a way of like they almost weaponize them in order to take out people that they disagree with just by articulating their ideas better or articulating their ideas in a way that they can't directly respond to because they don't directly understand it. Like that's just not cool. If that's but like I always try to like make sure that the other person understands what I'm saying, so that or at least I try to. I mean, I'm not perfect. There's plenty of times I use jargon sometimes in order to smack down on people that I dislike. I mean, I am entirely guilty of this too. I don't want to seem like I'm like some saint over here. Like I'm part of the problem, but it is annoying though when like you try to have a good faith conversation with somebody and then they smack you down with a bunch of large words to try to throw you off when really what they're saying is like rudimentary and basic, and it's like, well, why say it that way? Like, you think like, yeah, maybe from like an outsider's perspective or somebody who doesn't know any better, you look smarter, but like in all actuality you just look like an idiot. Like you just look stupid. But that's all I have for this. I don't want to make it. I stretched out my first one really long, so I'm trying to keep these more concise. And I'm gonna also try to not take 4 months. And maybe I'll add tags to this one, so like the first one doesn't have 0 views anymore. Same goes with this one. Hopefully, I don't really know how to do tags, so if you do see this, then I guess whatever I tried to do worked. But until then, I'll see you.